Yes, sir. Hello, Fantasy Goats. It's Friday, January 23rd, and 2 days from now is the AFC NFC Championships. Oh my God, the conference championships
So
alongside that
hyped
Rhino.
for this weekend. Woo! Hyped, hyped,
And,
hyped, hyped.
and alongside the war chief, I am your shepherd. And yeah, it's a big weekend, the Final Four. However you want to coin it, phrase it, slice it, and dice it. 2/3 of this show right here is in the conference finals. Yes, it's a great day to be alive for you guys. I'm very happy for you. It must be nice to be part of a nice franchise.
It is.
I mean, on the opposite side, 1/3 of the show is in the top three of the draft. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
there you
positive.
go.
That's a positive.
There you go. There's a silver lining right there.
Those picks are useless.
Kind of a positive.
Those picks are useless.
They have no offensive coordinator, but they have a top 3 draft pick.
Those picks are useless if they're not. If they're used on the wrong people, they're useless. If they're used on Zach Wilson, what good are they? That's a perfect example right there. You know, we've been talking about that, right? I mean, like throughout the entire season, almost like we're waiting for Bryce Young. We're waiting for Bryce Young. CJ Stroud, this is your time. CJ Stroud, third year. Can you get over this round's hump? Well, I mean, what if it's Mendoza? But you know what? Save it for another show. Because the thing is, right, Rhino? Like, okay, like the Raiders were gonna draft this kid first round pick. What about all the other pieces that need to be in place around him for him to succeed?
Well, one of the things that Raider Nation talks about is, the $100 million in salary cap to spend. Okay, well that's good, but not everybody's going to want to come to the Raiders. They might take. I'm being honest. You know,
I think
unless they have the right coaches in place. Yeah, Tom Brady's there, but he's not involved. So if the right coaches aren't in place, then why would a player would rather go to a team that has continuity? You know,
well,
it might take a little bit less money because that happens. You know, if an offensive lineman is getting offers from Kansas City and the Raiders, but Kansas City is offering less money. Unless they're money hungry, they're going to take Kansas City because they know they have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. With the Raiders, who knows?
You could look. Go ahead, Watch.
No, I just think it takes the. I know what you're saying, but I do think it, like you said, first and foremost, it takes the right GM, the right coach. The Raiders don't have a coach quite just yet. They're still in progress, but I think it only takes the right couple pieces.
Mm-hmm.
It takes the right pieces, the right positions. I look at the Patriots, and I think they kind of gone and told people that this can happen as soon as you get the correct culture right. If you get the correct culture right, if you get the right key veteran players, you can make this work. Last year, the Pats had like the worst wide receivers, right? Now Kayshon Boutte just looks like an absolute dog. And they only added Stephon Diggs off a torn ACL. So I think it just takes the right veterans in the right direction.
And then with the Raiders, I know a lot of the questions is offensive line, but you have Johnson coming back, and they've already said they're putting him back at center where he belongs. Colt Miller's coming back, so the left side's solidified. And then they did draft a good guard that was balling out towards the season, so they just need a couple offensive linemen.
Yeah.
You know, they fix that, man. Then
and that's what I'm saying. Colt Miller is still a very good tackle. Jackson Powers Johnson. I'm trying to think of the guard's name that you're talking about. I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
He was a third-round draft pick. I can't think of his name either.
But if they just added,
Carlos
the right veteran player there, it could change everything.
Yep.
Plus, it's still. I mean, it is. It's a good destination.
It is.
I mean, as long as you got your head on straight, which I'm sure that they vet as best as possible. But I mean, it's like a good unit, entertainment, low cost of living relative to other places. Not that Kansas City Chiefs is Kansas City or wherever the hell they're moving is going to be higher priced, but there's appeal and there's still brand. There's no brand jets.
I agree about there, but
No, they might be able to sell it on their location, their living, appeal. But I still couldn't. The Giants don't sell you on the area and being in the
no.
Apple. They don't have to. The Jets are losing everything that they every card, no pun intended, that they possibly have. Bring in these free agents, whether you're at the top of the food chain or whether you're like in the fringe, right? Because like at some point you may you have to feel the team at some point. All right, I'm done here. I'm done. I'm done with the digress. I'm going to digress. I'm going to get annoyed. I loved watching the Giants press conference. I watched more press conferences this week, but I do want to get into the games. I think it'd be best for us to also maybe get into the injury report.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is now. I mean, I'm not sure what these teams are going to be doing tomorrow, but I mean, today is Friday. This is probably like their walk through, and then teams travel either today or tomorrow. But the one that's standing out to me, I'm in the Broncos and the Patriots. For the Patriots, Harold Landry.
Yeah.
Right. His status is out.
That's
And
big.
yeah, that's really the big one. Everyone else here really is listed as questionable, including Matt Collins. They've got a pretty clean injury report here. Garrett Bradbury, a center. Here now, I want to go over here to the Broncos.
Yep. J.K. Dobbins ruled out.
He was ruled out. Yeah, so like they opened up the window, and just like we saw with what's his face last week with Fred Warner, you open up the window, the 20-day practice window. Doesn't mean you're getting back into the game like 6-7 days later. I think you need like that 14 days out of the 21 days. Nevertheless, J.K. Dobbins. Now that would be a boost for the Broncos.
It would be.
But okay, now what do you do? All right, we'll revisit the run game in a little bit. Other than that, yeah, we know about Bo Callahan, broken ankle. After that, out. Drew Sanders, Lucas Kroll.
Well, Pat Bryant was cleared.
Pat Bryant is clear to go. Well,
Yeah.
Pat Bryant.
Yeah, are you gonna wear a Guardian helmet?
What did he say?
He wasn't sure yet. Just wear the kazoo. He looked like kazoo.
Well, it's not it's not very aesthetically pleasing as far as I'm concerned. No, but I get why the option is available to you.
Why does it matter though? If I was a wide receiver, I'll wear one. If I was a corner, I'll wear one. I mean, it doesn't matter if it looks good. I'm just trying to protect my brain.
Some of them are wasn't there an argument or a case to be made? I don't know if it was this season or maybe last season that didn't really reduce anything.
Remember the last concussion Romeo Doubs had last year? He was wearing his Guardian helmet.
And Tua wouldn't put one on.
No, because Tua is too prideful to do something.
Well, he cited like some data, like not to come across as an asshole like that, like I would. Like I would say, no, I don't want to look like a freaking like Lord Helmet in Spaceballs. No, I rather have my regular helmet. But Tua did cite, like, I don't think it doesn't make a difference. Whatever. Troy Franklin is still listed as questionable. We think he's going to play. Guys, let's come on. Let's stay right here. The Mile High Stadium. The 1 seed Denver Broncos are going to be taking on the 2 seed New England Patriots.
Yes, sir. That's what championship football is all about, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yep. Yeah, well, the New England Patriots know a little something about that, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing, amazing. Um, not much has really. There wasn't anything drastic here from both the Broncos and the Patriots from last week. They may have moved up or down a spot or two in some of these specific categories, but nothing. There was nothing drastic here. The Broncos still 12 points for. They're still the sixth ranked overall offense. That passing 11th. Now, obviously, this data suite isn't going to project. They're not projecting. They're grading it as the play goes on. It's still ranked. They're ranked now 11th. Still, I don't know what's going to happen there. Jarrett Stidham, from all accounts, everyone's being positive about it. Everyone's being positive about it. And do you know this dude's genesis? Either of you guys?
He came
No.
from New England. He got drafted by New England.
Prior to that,
Auburn.
So,
I believe it was Auburn.
Jordan Palmer. Well, Auburn was the second stop. I
Yeah.
listened to Jordan Palmer.
Baylor was the first stop.
Yeah.
Jordan Palmer equated it to high school offense. He wasn't asked to read progressions. He wasn't asked to have any accountability with blocking schemes. This is again Jordan Palmer, Carson's brother, the quarterback guru on the Rich Eisen show. Got drafted by the New England Patriots and Josh McDaniel. And they saw enough. They liked him enough, but then COVID hit. So he was in between that successor to Brady, yet then they got Jimmy G because the COVID hit and then he got hurt. Right? So now he winds up in Denver again with Josh McDaniels.
Was top of the Raiders when Josh McDaniels was the Raiders coach.
He's been with Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
And now Sean Payton. And by all accounts, again, all the positiveness, I haven't heard anything negative. Like this backup, it's not gonna work. The Broncos are doomed. No, they're not doomed.
No, they're not doomed.
He's
No,
going.
they're not.
They think that he's going to execute the offense.
All he has to do is be a game manager. Just be the game manager. Take time off the clock. Control the time.
Yeah, because I'm leaning towards Denver myself.
Really?
Just after like the week of really breaking it down and thinking it through, I'm leaning towards Denver quite a bit.
Same here.
I'm watching the way that Will Campbell has played the past 2 weeks, and he's kind of playing for his position right now. Before he came into the league, a lot of people were concerned about his arm length and him being able to kind of fend off elite rushers. And all this year, every time he's going up against an elite rusher, they haven't had a good game. They literally have had record-breaking games. Without Will Campbell, Myles Garrett doesn't get 23 sacks. Like he had 5 sacks in that game last week. Who did they play last week? They played. Tell me out here. Who did they play last week?
The Patriots?
Yeah, who did the Patriots play last week?
Houston.
Yeah, Will Anderson earned a contract last week, a multi-million-dollar contract last week on Will Campbell. And it's not that he's not good. He's a good player. He's super technical, but he needs to move for the guard. He has to be a guard. He doesn't have that ability to, kind of ride defense ends out. They rush too fast or catch them when they go inside. And Drake May has been dropping the ball all over the place.
Yeah,
and that's a characteristic of his. That's not something that just happened. He's been doing that.
He had 13 fumbles during the season.
Exactly. And
it's like
he's the type of guy.
In all the MVP talk, they never bring that up.
No.
Never.
No.
I think think we could chalk a little bit up to like the fact that he's playing like some real deal competition. I mean, I don't want to like poo poo, the regular season and the team. And I mean, you are professionals, obviously, but I mean,
Yeah.
there was something to be said about the fact that okay, like well, the New England Patriots didn't play a team that with a winning percent, whatever the hell that narrative was.
I think it was the third easiest schedule in NFL.
Fact of the matter is, you come into the playoffs, you got to deal with the Chargers, then you got to deal with the Texans on top of it.
And you know what both those teams have in common? Both O lines suck ass.
Well, not just that.
Well, it's the D lines that we're getting to
Right.
Drake May.
Right, because both O lines just, and neither team could get a running game going either.
Like as bad as everybody looked in last week's game, could you imagine if CJ Stroud only threw 2 interceptions? We might be talking about Houston versus Denver.
Yeah,
That's how that game went. Like he had to be criminally bad for them to win.
Which is yeah.
They were down 16-21, and Nick Chubb fumbled the ball going 30 yards into their end zone.
Woody did.
I thought it was Nick Chubb.
No, it was Woody Marks fumbled the ball.
Woody fumbled them.
Yeah,
That game was really close for him to be throwing 4 interceptions.
and one of the interceptions was a pick 6, wasn't it? If I remember right.
What was the pick 6?
Yeah, so you take that away and take the Woody Marks fumble away. It could have been a different story.
Could have been.
CJ Stroud didn't know who he was throwing to. It was an absolute. I mean, again, we've said this before. I don't want to trample on him. I feel bad. I shouldn't feel bad, but I do. I feel bad, and I'll probably feel bad for the Broncos if the New England Patriots do what everybody thinks they're going to do in Denver, which is get in there, win a close game. And the way they are playing versus the way the Broncos are playing. Now, and you lost your spirit animal on the center, Bo Callahan. Now, again, like, look, there's some precedence for this. There is. We know that there is, but some of these guys had a little bit more runway than Jarrett Stidham. I mean, just the last guy that comes to mind, obviously, is Nick Foles. He had some games to go through.
Yeah, 2 games.
He had he had a couple of regular season games, didn't he?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he got a couple of regular season games in, and he got a couple playoff games.
I think at the very very least, he had the week 17-18 game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Look, I'm pulling for him. If that D-line does what they're supposed to do, which is what we've been asking or what we've been saying for weeks now, play like we thought you were going to play, and it's kind of like also like a disguise. Like maybe they aren't supposed to be as fast as last season's Eagles. Maybe they're not supposed to be as fast and vicious like the Texans defense, the front four. But the way what they're doing, what Vance Joseph is doing is kind of sort of like, he's playing like Jedi mind tricks with his 4. He's using those 4 guys with some stunts up front, and then he'll get the pressure coming in off the edges. That's why you have like equal parts sacks with the defensive tackles, because they're just doing tricky stuff too. And then you got the dogs, the boys in the back. If
the White Shadow can play a clean game too.
I'm glad you brought that up. White Shadow.
Probably the most White Shadow.
So I've got another hypothesis on that. Let me know your thoughts. I think they go into the game knowing that he's going to commit their foul. That he's going to commit the penalty. I think they know it and they accept it. Why? Because fine, they're not going to allow the big play. If they allow the big play because of a penalty and they have to line up wherever the hell the penalty was, the Broncos are still very good at clamping it down and getting off the field. Maybe causing the offense to stall. Maybe. Now, you would say, well, Shepard, what are you talking about? Like they're giving up 30 points a game. Well, there's a recipe for that. There is. Yeah, I mean, still, they're sixth ranked in points allowed. Let's not forget. Let's be careful with this one. Also, they've played one less game so far. That's why I want to just make that clear to you guys and to all the goats that are going to be watching later. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Fucking pumping. Yeah. So like, okay, it's almost like the Broncos are going to want to kind of bait. They're gonna want to attempt to bait the Patriots into a big play to the White Shadow. They're going to, because there's really only one side of the field that they have to work with. Although Pat isn't really shadowing anybody. Pat Surtain's working in his zone, but it's a very complex type of cover four that they're running. It's very fascinating, as a matter of fact.
In respect to Keyshawn Butte, who I just gave praise to, there's no one in that wide receiver core that really is like, all right, PS2, you lock them down. Like, there's not nobody.
Yep.
So okay, so if you let's go back to 15, 20 years of football when I'm pretty sure teams are playing more man, right? Well, let's even stay here because it's the Patriots. When Bill Belichick wanted to take away the team's best option, what would he do? He would take his second corner and another DB and double team that sucker.
Right.
Okay, and then leave the second guy one-on-one. So if they wanted to do that here, I think you would want to have Pat Surtain maybe on Keyshawn Boutte, maybe. And they will play some man-to-man. Let's not make a mistake. It's not a full zone. They may want to pay attention to Keyshawn Boutte, because Stephon Diggs won't burn them over the top. That's right. Now, this Patriots team's got a lot of offense. They still got a lot of offense, and this Patriots team can kill the Broncos by doing this 3, 6, 3. It's like death by 1,000 cuts, and they control the clock. And
I think if it turned into that game, I think it's the Broncos win. So I'm a little opposite on that way.
I'm with you.
Because I feel as though Drake May, if it turns that type of game, he's going to give them some short fields for them to get their 3 points, their 6 points, their 9 points, and then let's say they do eventually get a touchdown. Because like I said, man, Drake May is dropping the ball everywhere. He's going to throw an interception this game. Like he's going to.
Hostile environment. Let's not forget about the intangibles. Look, I'm not sitting here suggesting I'm not here calling for a Patriots win. I'm pretty much just laying out what both sides of the coin are. Of course. Do I want like the Broncos? But at the same time, we ought to give credit to this New England team as well.
Yeah, right? And then one thing you also look for is the fact that Drake May can run.
Yes.
He's
very. I think that's to his downside. It
is, but it isn't because he can get those yards if he.
Yeah, but the Broncos don't let people run.
This game is screaming to get to him. And if he tries to run, he's going to get rocked by the second unit, by the second level. Or Dre Greenlaw, Alex Singleton. Again, if they're the number 6 ranked defense, overall defense, with a pass rush of 8, a run defense of 5, and that's got to account for the quarterback as well. The rush defense. Now, again, I told you about that A-gap type of scheme. That tells me that it's going to be a tough day for Ramondre Stevenson. It's going to be a tough day for him because that's where he likes to shoot right up. But is it a tough day for Travion?
We don't know.
Again, that's why they have these weapons. It's going to be it's a huge chess match here. Huge. It's New England minus 4.5. The book is trying to trick everyone. They're trying to trick everybody here because there's no way this Patriots team is 4.5 points better than the Broncos in Denver. They're not. They're not 4.5 points better. Mike Vrabel is famous for losing this game too, by the way. So I'm going to throw some more intangibles. Not as a player, obviously, but as a coach.
Not as a player.
No, not as a player. As a player, he catches these touchdowns in Super Bowls and whatnot. But yeah, Josh McDaniel isn't. He's not famous for losing these games, but Vrabel is. And is there anything else here? I mean, like the Broncos, they need to get RJ Harvey going one way or another. They have to. I'm hoping that they figured out something because again, it's like the Broncos have this fantastic run defense, run offense, run block. And he can't get above 3 yards per carry. He's below that.
Yeah, Jaleel McLaughlin has been a better runner than him.
That's why it would have been a boost
to have.
But that's all. That's moot. That's moot. Now you have to go into this game with a rookie, and I believe an undrafted free agent who he likes. By the way, I don't think he'll be on the team next year, Jaleel. But Sean Payton's kept him for these last 3 years. He likes him. He works hard, but he's not that good. He's not that good. RJ Harvey's better than him, but he's not playing better. If you could,
receiver. I mean, he's better.
Yeah, no, yes, running. We know what his utility is right now, absolutely. But at some point, young man.
Yeah, we need better than 3.2 yards per carry.
Yeah. Look at this offensive line that I got for you, young man. I hope to hell that they worked on this. They must have worked on it all week long. I'm sure that they have, but it doesn't matter until the whistle blows and we see it with our own eyes. What else? I mean, Jarrett Stidham. Yeah, I'm sure he'll execute the game plan. I'm sure he will. Who's part of this game plan? Who's he throwing to here? Troutman? Who's he throwing to?
That's Ingram.
Troutman, Ingram, RJ.
Bryant.
Maybe.
Corliss Sutton.
Who?
Cortland Sutton.
They're still ranked. 32. I forgot how stuff to do the arithmetic. 4 or 5. They're still the 7th worst receiving team in the league. Still, which we all know is going to change. You got Marvin Mims. You got Troy Franklin. I don't know. I don't know what kind of game plan this looks like for the receivers. I don't. Yeah. I know wouldn't you think that it might be like a short passing game or a game manager, as you put it, Rhino? No. I think he's gonna do. I think it's gonna be kind of like the same play calls.
I don't think he's afraid to let him play though either. I don't think it's gonna be that safe of a game plan.
Kevin,
Stedman can get the ball downfield.
What's up, Kevin Goat, baby? Broncos country.
He's got arm. He's got a good arm.
Yeah, he has a decent arm.
Yeah, he does.
We forget because it was so long ago. He came in for the Raiders and surprised everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He looked really good, and then it just fizzled out. But he has that ability to show up for one game. I mean, he has that ability.
How do you take the 18th ranked rushing team and beat the 16th ranked rushing defense? I mean, like if this was
they need to have RJ Harvey rush to the outside, not inside. He can't run inside. He's not big enough to run inside, but he's fast enough to run on the outside. Give him just block in front, let him run outside the tackle. Boom.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to need to keep drives going. This is where I can see the Patriots breaking the Broncos defense. If they don't sustain drives, eventually the Broncos defense is going to give out, and it could be floodgates. Start throwing bombs, run game working, and the Patriots make this look easy. So yeah, RJ Harvey's is very important. So is Jaleel McLaughlin. I think he's very important too.
See, I mean, like last week, you know, for the divisional, when you're going up against the Bills and Superman, and you drop 27 or you drop 30 total. All right, I get it, but the Broncos also dropped 30, or they were around that number with the Packers. They were around that number with, I mean, like they've been hovering around that for weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants, I'll go deep, right? The Giants hung 30 on them like week 6, week 7, and I don't want to get Kevin Goat upset because we're pulling for the Broncos here. We're pulling for Stidham. We're pulling. We'd love to see RJ. I was gonna say Sean Payne. I like what they've done with the organization. And I just don't think that. I don't think if they lose this game, I don't think it's going to be because Bo Nix didn't play. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
If they lose the game, I don't think that. I'm going to say that it's because the defense needed to be better. I'm going to say that they needed to create more turnovers for their offense. I'm going to say that the run game wasn't very good at all. I'm going to say that Cortland Sutton shouldn't have dropped that ball. That's it. Those are the keys. That would be the reasons why the Broncos don't get it, don't win it. I think they could very well win it though. Drake May could be rattled. That's a tough place. That's not an easy place. You've heard me say some of these stadiums where they're tough or they're not so tough. They're kind of like soft. That's a tough place.
It's a place to play, physically
right,
and because of the crowd. Yeah,
right.
Double negative.
It's not necessarily because of the fan atmosphere. It's the second part of that, the atmosphere.
Yeah, the actual atmosphere, the environment.
All right. Good luck, guys. Good luck. All right, let's get to the main event. The Dogs of War. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I don't know. I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Look, man, this is it. This has been it.
So
this is it, man. I mean, holy fucks, man. This is it.
Hold. One thing you need to keep in mind is the Seattle Seahawks are missing their top 3 left tackles.
Have not practiced. I don't know if they practiced today or not. I didn't see an updated injury report today. But they have not practiced yet this week between Wednesday and Thursday and Tuesday.
Yeah, a tackle who's doubtful. You have another tackle who's questionable. You have
Charles Cross is playing though.
You have Chaz Surratt. Oh no, that's a linebacker's out. Your fullback, their fullback is questionable. Yeah, you've got a doubtful tackle. You've got a questionable tackle. One didn't practice. One did practice.
Okay, so then Charles Cross probably practiced today, but everybody else not so much.
Charles Cross is a full practice. In any event, 1, 4, 1, 2, 1.
Crazy, man.
8, 22, 20, 1, 3, 5, 1, 1, 13. Defense 10, 1, 1. Fuck. I think that's a 3. Defense Seahawks is a 3. 2, 3, 17, 20, 4, 11, 1, 3, 26, 7.
That's the Achilles heel for the Rams too. Is that
there it is?
Teams.
It's this right here. In the regular season when he did it again against the Niners.
Yeah.
It's this right here. It's that game, as far as I'm concerned, after like the screwy 2-point conversion with Zach Charbonnet, and then you wound up kicking to him, okay? And it totally flipped. And not only flipped that game, it flipped the seeds into where they are today. If it, all what's really these are kind of like advanced ranking. Okay, this is like advanced data stuff. But if you look at like the raw, okay, like the raw like points per game and yards and this and that and total score, there's like a point separating these two.
Mm-hmm.
It's a point. It's a
And
point.
even the last whatever, it's like 87 to 88 points or something like that. Two different categories. They're a point. Each game has been won or lost by a point.
Yeah.
Now, if what the Rams need to do is be all gas, no brakes, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? But
I'll subscribe to that. Yes.
They cannot let up. They can't at all.
And I think I know it sounds like it's that simple, but I do think it's that simple.
Yeah.
I think it is that simple. I mean, if you give them an opportunity, they'll make this a game. But if you don't make it, if you keep going, keep the pressure on them, it's going to be tough. I think Sam Darnold's oblique is worse than people think it is. He didn't have to throw the ball a whole lot last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was able to hide him. And the Seahawks have been hiding him, not just last week, but they've been hiding him for weeks now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think the stats go like over his last 8 games, he has a touchdown and interception ratio of 9-8. He has not been good. I know a lot of people think, looking at the season long, he has not been good. The Seattle Seahawks are good.
The defense is good. The defense has been
the defense is amazing.
And then then with the Rams too, it's almost a bonus that Zach Charbonnet tore his ACL. And I'm sad that happened to him.
But that's tough. That's tough for them.
That's tough because he killed him just as much as freaking K9 did. If they can control and stop the run, don't let him freaking break off freaking long ass runs like they did last time. That's going to help them too. But they need to control the line of scrimmage. They need to control the edge.
What I think this game comes down to, in all seriousness, because I know people like to bring up the special teams, but as important as special teams is, you should not be counting on the special teams to win you more than one game out of 3 against the same opponent. So they won you one game. So that should be it. But I think what really comes down for this game is Seattle's offense does not have the ceiling of the Rams offense. But the Rams defense has the closest ceiling to the Seattle's defense. So I think it just comes down to that. I still think it's going to be a close game.
I think so too.
I just think that our defense makes the plays when they need to.
The Elijah Arroyo being elevated and practicing full, he kind of worries me because he's a bit of a mismatch. I mean, Barner was bad enough for them. You get a Arroyo out there now too, And I don't think the last time they played Quentin Lake wasn't playing. And when Quentin Lake plays, it's like the numbers are staggering, the difference in the defense for points for, yards for, and everything. And he looked a lot better last week than he did the week before, too. So, and what defense, what form is going to show up, and that, I mean, they've done a pretty good job against JSN, and then they haven't. So they need to control that. I mean, it's going to be a tight game. It might come down to Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. It might come down. I would suspect that it'll be interesting to see the percentage of the 13 personnel that they run.
Probably not very high.
Yeah,
they played 13 personnel very well. I mean, I think we're like negative EPA. I'm not an EPA guy, by the way. I don't believe in the EPA stat, but it is give you a little bit of representation of what happens. Anytime we play the Seattle Seahawks, it's like negative 0.02 EPA against everybody else. It's like 2.2 positive EPA. So
Seahawks have a good defense.
They have an amazing defense. So you put those stats up, right? Those stats of their 28 points per game. I wonder how much the defense scores of that. Like if you took out special teams and defensive touchdowns and defensive, I guarantee you, like their offensive production wouldn't be very high.
Well, look at the Niners game. They kept on giving Seattle a short field.
Yeah, like
so if the offenses only have to go
30
yards at the most, of course they're going to freaking win the damn game. You know,
in that game, I think last week's game, it's kind of hyped the Seahawks up a little bit. They blew the 49ers out, but we all knew like it was only a matter of time for the 49ers. They're outmatched as a team wise, and they're outmatched physically, like literally physically. It was only a matter of time before they lost. I'm still shocked to this day, even though they don't even matter anymore. How they beat the Eagles, I still don't know how they beat the Eagles.
They outcoached them. That's how they outcoached them. And then what Stafford are we going to see? Are we going to see the 190-yard Stafford or the 457-yard Stafford?
In between.
Even if it's somewhere in between, that's good.
Yeah, you play the averages. What do you mean? When was the 190? When was that?
That was the game they won in week 11.
In the freezing weather? Well, week 11.
Yeah.
Ron, let me ask you this. Either version, do the Rams lose?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. I don't think Kenny Skywalker is scaring anybody. I don't. As much as I love Kenny Skywalker, I don't see him replicating that performance that he did last week without Zach Charbonnet and Halani, whoever. We know that they want to run the ball. If you take away that prong, then they're just gonna. I think they would want to just get Sam Darnold out of his comfort zone.
Yeah,
dial it up, it up, and hit him, get him off the mark, and disrupt the timing. Let me put it this way, and it's not that I'm trying to convince you guys because you already know it. What you really think that Clint Kubiak and McDonald's is really gonna whip out something that they're not prepared for?
No, but Sean McVay might.
That's fine.
Yeah. And the one thing too, also with
I don't
is last week they had 20 missed tackles. They can't have 20 missed tackles against the Seahawks. Can't. They got to clean that. They need to clean. They had 20 missed tackles.
Yeah, that's why they're ranked in the middle in tackling. And by the way, I don't think, I'm not giving enough credit to McDonald. I don't think McVay could really whip out something that he would be completely fooled by either. He's a great head coach. I think what this comes down to, correct me if I'm wrong, how about my players are going to execute and get us the requisite points because they are better than your players. We have better personnel on the field, and if that means by 1 point, okay, Lake, okay, come up with the stop, Curl. Come on, let's go, big boy Jared. Let's do it. Let's see it. If it's fine, well, let's get the hell out of there. We won by 1. So yeah, I mean, it's the Hawks are favored at home, laying 2.5. I don't know which way this line would go. If I had to guess, actually, I think this line would probably go back. Not back. It would go down. It would go down to 2, not up to 3 in favor of the Hawks. Because I think the money is going to continue to pour in on the Rams. The Rams are the. You've heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again. I think the Hawks are a little early. They're still early. I think they're a little early, and the Rams are just the Rams. So we're gonna find out though. Stafford is not Darnold.
It's gonna be a damn dogfight.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
I do want to give, like I said, their defense a lot of credit and kind of put things in perspective. Now,
Yeah.
the last time we played them, of course, in Seattle, they were down a couple defensive backs last time.
Mm-hmm.
So that, of course, that changes a lot of things. They're still great against the run. Charles Cross was out last game too, so he's going to be playing. He's their best tackle, period. So by all means, like they're going to be putting the absolute foot on the gas on the defensive side of the football. So I expect that too.
Yep.
So I'm absolutely terrified of that defense.
The Rams have to keep Stafford clean. They have to.
They have the whole time. 0 sacks, 2 games, 0 sacks. So
why don't we do this? Just in your most unbiased way, because I know you wouldn't want it any other way. I just took off the side-by-side comparisons. Who's got the better quarterback?
Rams.
For sure. Running back.
Rams.
Running back room.
Rams.
Rams.
Because Charbonnet's out.
Rams.
If Charbonnet was there, then I would say Seattle.
I would still say Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would still say Rams if he was Charbonnet.
Yeah.
You look confused.
Yeah, I think it's a I love Kyron Williams. I think it's a lean towards Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, because we can't say that about Walker.
Hey, look, I was wrong. All he does is score touchdowns. All he does.
He had a fantastic game, but you don't get these. You don't get these often. I know everyone's like over the moon for Kenny Walker right now. Oh my God! Can you imagine if they signed him?
I'm saying Rams. But
I know him too well.
If Charbonnet was healthy, I would say Seattle had a better running back room.
Nah.
I know. I know.
Okay, total defense, like 11 on defense.
Oh, Seattle.
Yeah.
I think I would give it to Seattle too. But not by much.
It's the secondary.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of bank on what PFF is telling me too. That at their best, this is the best unit. They are a very good secondary. They are very good in coverage. Very good. How about the O lines?
Rams.
Wide receiver room.
Rams. Tight ends. Rams. Overall offense. Rams. Tell you, it's just
coach.
Like I said. Oh, coach.
The intangibles.
I do think that is closer than what we think.
How about? What about staff?
Oh, Rams. Full staff Rams.
I might say Seattle because of the special teams coach.
No.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a tie.
You clear now, okay? Just with that, special teams.
There's nothing wrong with a tie.
You have Myers and you have the thicker kicker.
Yeah, there's no way special teams is a tie. There's no way. Seattle does the special teams.
Yeah.
I prefer Cameron's nickname, which isn't a nickname, but all right. The thicker kicker. What are we missing here? Pass rush. Well, we got included with defense in the Seahawks. Again, schematics. Not that I'm saying that McDonald's, old Ronald McDonald's, is going to be able to. I'm not here saying that he's going to be surprised by it, but they'll be able to match wits. That's the best way I can put it. They'll be able to match wits, like to McVay's motions and moving parts around and the speed, because his defense has the speed. We know that they have the home field advantage, but I'm going to say, okay, you know what? Fine. Yeah, you have the home field advantage. The Rams are battle tested.
But, okay, even with that, it's not like this is they hardly ever play Seattle. They're used to going to Seattle every year, so used to the home field advantage. And plus, people say, "Well, it's outdoors." Well, the freaking Rams play outdoors. They play an outdoor stadium, so the Rams are used. They know how to handle the 12s. They do.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because I said something earlier today, and people kind of thought I was crazy. So let's say the Rams won in Seattle, right? And the Rams were the 1 seed, and Seattle was the 5th seed. Do you think Seattle is here at this moment? I don't think they are.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time. If the Rams were the one,
if the Rams were the 1 seed, so the Rams would have been a 1 seed, they'd have played San Francisco, and Seattle had to go to
Chicago,
had to go to Carolina, and had to go to Chicago. I don't think they're here with us.
I don't think they would have won the game in Chicago.
I don't think so either.
They're not battle tested like that.
I don't think, and I think that's another reason why that's what it comes down to. Comes down to experience.
And they're getting it.
Experience.
They're definitely getting it. Again, they were. It was the tale of two halves where the Rams, if they won that game, if they would have, right, then we're playing under much different circumstances in a different scenario. We may not even be talking about them today. And Rhino, I mean, like God was saying, giving them the stadium and the crowd, you're looking at you're like stepping. You want to just step on the Seahawks' neck. We'll give them. We'll give them the crowd. I think it's more important that they're battle tested.
Yep.
Than the loud noise. It's gonna be tough, but that's okay. We'll give them that. Let's get Stafford on the podium tomorrow with Kevin Burkhardt hosting an NFC championship. And then in 2 weeks, Rhino and War Chief, we'll get him on the podium with your guy, Chris Collinsworth. And Mike Tirico.
and then in 1 week, get JX on the podium next to everybody at the parade.
There you go.
Wait, what podium? What podium? Why did I just freeze out? What podium?
The podium they have when they do the parade, they have there talking and stuff and hyping up the crowd and everything.
Yeah, but you're going to be there.
I want to be there on that. I'm going to come up on there. I'll come up on there for you.
Yes. Yes, for me. Yes, you don't know. I'd go out of my mind if I saw that. I'd go out of my mind. All right, man. I mean, look, this is it, man. This is it. I'm with you guys. I am. Why? I mean, like, I like the team. I predicted or I called for this. Not fully this, but I kind of had the Rams here all along based on how they finished off last year. The only difference is it should have been the Packers playing in this game. We were all off with the Seahawks. I like the team. I like the organization. I like Matt Stafford's, like second stanza. That's the word I was looking for, Rhino. Stanza. His second act, this big time second act of his career. Let's get him a second Super Bowl. And if it's got to be against the Broncos, let it be against the Broncos. If it's got to be against the Patriots, they've played them too. Well, the Rams haven't played the Broncos in the Super Bowl. One way or another, 4 of these teams have been in the Super Bowl the last 10, 13 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's been longer for Seattle.
13 years.
Really?
Yep. I just want to say, of course, if we do win and they do make it to the Super Bowl, I just want to say how crazy it is that if the Rams make the Super Bowl, they have been in the Super Bowl 3 times in the last 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. I'm not saying that they're a dynasty or anything because I'd rather it not be that. Like, I don't want the Rams to be called a dynasty, but making the Super Bowl 3 times out of 8 years is crazy.
No, well, you could stack it like this. I put this post out because I knew I was onto something. Since 2013, these teams have had the most Super Bowl appearances. You got the Kansas City Chiefs. New England is 4 since 2013. Remember, 13. You've got the Broncos. You've got the Seahawks. You've got the Rams at 2. You have the Bucks. Niners at 2. Bucks 1. Bengals 1. That's it. Broncos 2. Seahawks 2. Patriots 4. Kansas City 5. The Rams are there too.
Yep.
If they win,
if they offenses too.
If they win this Sunday, they will increase 2-3. Definitely. I don't know if
in 8 years.
Yeah, fantastic stuff.
Your sample size is 13 years in the last 8 years. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know why I pushed it to 13 so I could get the Seahawks and the Broncos.
Seahawks, everybody.
And the Broncos. Peyton Manning's Broncos.
And McVay is turning 40 tomorrow, so he's done that all under the age of freaking 40, man.
Insane.
All right. Great shit. Anything else you want to cover? Anything else you'd like to talk about amongst us?
No. I'll say this real because it's popped in my head. If the Rams could get through the Jeff Fisher years, then I know at some point the Jets get through everything they've gone through.
Well, we had the Aaron Glenn years now. We've had the Adam Gase years. We've had the
It's bad.
The solid years.
Not all the Jeff Fisher years were bad either, though. Not all of them, right?
They're all bad.
A lot of mediocre. A lot of 8 and 8s. A lot of 7 and 9s.
I'll take 8 and 8. We let 7 and 10 walk. We fired Salah at 7 and 10. The biggest line, it was like that. Only a clown would do that. Yeah. Look, it's gonna be massive this weekend. The action starts at 3:30. We'll be in touch. All right, Goats. We'll have a reaction show. When would you like to do that, gentlemen? Monday.
Monday fun day.
8 o'clock Monday.
Yeah, because the game won't end till at least 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Close to 10 Eastern.
Yeah, so we'll do that Monday.
Yeah, I'll be 5 or 6 beers in. Maybe not. Probably like 4 or 5 beers. I might be either ecstatic, hyped, or crying.
Fanny, you're not gonna be crying. So we'll have a reaction show on Monday. Don't forget again, Goats. Look out for all of the content that's upcoming.
Mm-hmm.
The draft series, the divisional previews, in terms of what teams need to do to improve via free agency, via draft series, and some great shit coming up.
Yes, we do.
If you're in the polar vortex or whatever the hell this thing is that's scaring everybody, I hope you stay safe.
Are you guys? It's going to hit you. Is it Steve? Has already? What about you, Jex?
Yep, I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah.
So I thought.
I'm expected to probably be without power for a little while.
We're in it on Sunday, bud. I don't really care.
Yeah.
That's made up.
We have toilet paper, we have bread, we have water, we have heat. We'll be good.
Yeah, we got that stuff. The weather is just another thing.
Cognac or whiskey. Keep yourself warm.
Celsius.
I don't have any of that.
No.
Nope.
Right,
so I'm going to go Celsius, though. I'll do Celsius.
Go get some Celsius to hunker down with.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Enjoy the games. Thank you. Enjoy again.
Stay blessed, everybody. Go Rams.
Go Rams.